Let's be honest, guys, the majority of us during this quarantine are sitting there and we are Netflixing and chilling, or as the kids are calling it these days, Netflix in quarantine. Quarantining? I'm not sure exactly how they say it. I've just seen it on the internet. Regardless, you guys are probably looking for something to watch, and I have good news. This month, Netflix has released a new list of movies coming out. I have all of them for you right now on Beyond the Screen. I'm your host for this one, Joss Bedard. Make sure you guys come say hi to us outside of YouTube. You can find our social media links. They are down below. And if you're new here, stick around to the end because we do comment shout outs and yours might get featured in a future video. So make sure you are writing down below. But for now, here are the top 10 best Netflix movies coming this month. Starting us off at number 10 is The Half of It. It's a Netflix original, and after I watched the trailer, I had these teenage goosebumps. It's basically a dramedy, which is a mix of drama and romantic comedy. The storyline focuses on a high school student who writes other students' homework essays despite being bullied by her peers. A jock at the school finds out about her writing service and asks her to write a love letter for him to another girl in their class. But both of them end up falling in love with this girl. Spicy. Throughout the process, they become very good friends and they both discover what love and friendship can be for them. I haven't watched this one yet, but it officially came out on May 1st, so if you are interested, you can watch it right now. And now that I know that, I know what I am watching this weekend. It looks really good, you guys. Super cute, super interesting. It's a different kind of twist. I'm into it. Next up at number 9 is another movie that is officially available right now, and it is Get In. If you're into scary thrillers, then this one is for you. The new Netflix original and tells the story of a family returning from their vacation to discover their home has been occupied while they were gone. It was taken over by menacing squatters, and the man of the family is put in this conflict that threatens both his relationships and also his values. Now, I have to be honest, and I have to let you guys know that it is a French film, so if you don't speak French, you'd have to be watching it with the subtitles on. Not gonna lie, I always watch TV shows and movies with subtitles on. Even English ones. I don't know why, I just do. But we have to admit that French thrillers are always, and I mean always, a different level of scary. French films are not to mess around with. Sliding into the number 8 spot is All Day and a Night, which is also already available to watch. The Netflix film stars Ashton Sanders and Jeffrey Wright and is filled with drama and crime. It's a story of a young man who received a life sentence and spends his time in prison reflecting on the days leading up to the arrest. It also goes into details about the years and the different circumstances he went through that compelled him to pursue a life full of crime. It's not a true crime documentary type of movie, but it sure gives off that vibe after I watched the trailer. It feels like these are real stories that real people are telling, and I gotta say, the acting is very compelling and convincing. On a lighter note, in number 7 is The Wrong Missy. David Spade blesses our screens in this Netflix film, so you know that you are at least gonna have a few good laughs. The goofy comedy stars Lauren Lapkus and David Spade and tells a story of a man who thinks he invited his dream girl to join him on a work retreat to Hawaii, but he accidentally texted the wrong person. He ended up texting a woman he once went on a horrendous blind date with. That would literally be a nightmare, because how do you tell someone that you didn't mean to invite them and you meant to invite someone else on the vacation to Hawaii? I feel like that is so awkward, but you could watch the awkwardness unfold officially on May 13th. We're moving on to number 6, and we have Intuition. This one is another Netflix original thriller, but it is Argentinian. The storyline is another crime story and focuses on a police detective and a rookie cop who work together to investigate the murder of a 19-year-old girl. What made the crime so complicated for them to figure out is because the woman's best friend is the prime suspect for the murder. I am very much into this crime type of stuff, so if this is kind of up your alley, then get ready for May 28th because that is when Netflix is officially releasing it. I love crime stories. Real, false, anything. Give me the crime. We're halfway through the list and we have The Lovebirds. With a title like that, I don't think I need to really tell you that it is a rom-com, but it is. It mixes comedy with a little bit of crime and then throws in some love and romance. Quite the combination, if you ask me. I'm already intrigued, and I haven't even gotten to the plot yet. It follows the story of a couple on the brink of a breakup who are wrongfully accused of murder. This just spells out disaster. In order for them to clear their names, they must work together to figure out the true culprit. Nothing, in my opinion, would be worse than working closely to save your life with someone that you're about to break up with. You're basically working with an ex at that point. You guys can watch them battle this one out on May 22nd. Cruising into number 4, we have I Love You, Stupid. I'm sorry if you're not into mushy gushy stuff, but I have another rom-com for you. It is a Spanish rom-com that takes on a very modern twist and one that this generation probably relates to. It follows a man named Marcos who gets his heart broken and wants to reinvent himself. You know, like some post-breakup, I'm better than you glow up revenge. I feel like some of us can relate. Can't say I haven't tried that whole reinvent myself thing. So as a modern man living in a technical world, he gets help from his childhood friend who happens to be a social media guru, kind of like an influencer. I mean, where do I find a social media guru to reinvent myself? I feel like this might target the current generation, but if you are interested, it does come to Netflix on May 15th, which is this week that we are in right now. Taking over third place is Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt, Kimmy vs. the Reverend. Maybe you didn't expect to hear his name on this list, but Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter himself, joins the rest of the cast in this one. It's a unique film that is actually an interactive special that revolves around an evil scheme the Reverend is planning, and Kimmy has to destroy it before her wedding. It actually has like an interactive feature that plays with the audience, giving them the chance to decide how the story goes. Insert clip 019 to 028. Can't say that I ever expected a movie like this to be on Netflix. If we weren't already addicted to Netflix, they're just giving us more reason by interacting with us. Normally, I'm used to seeing the like, are you still watching on my screen? But now we actually get to pick how the story goes. And Harry Potter is in it. I'm into it. I'm excited. Taking over the number 2 spot is I'm No Longer Here. We're moving on to something more serious. No rom-com, no mushy-gushy love story, no games interacting with Netflix. This one is a Mexican drama that revolves around a 17-year-old boy who gets wrapped up with members of a dangerous local cartel. Throughout the story, he is forced to leave behind his gang and migrate on his own to Queens, New York. There's a really cool soundtrack also, which features a ton of Mexican music. And I just gotta say, I think it is really cool that when I checked out the list of everything coming to Netflix this month, there was so much diversity in culture and different films, and I'm really into that. Like, I really appreciate that. So if you want to check this one out, it comes out May 27th. Closer to the end of the month, so you got some waiting to do. Winning the number 1 place on this list is Uncut Gems. So this one is not a Netflix original film, but it is a pretty big deal that it is coming to Netflix this month because people have been raving about it for months now. The movie stars Adam Sandler and tells a story of a Jewish jeweler and gambling addict in the New York City Diamond District. He has to retrieve an expensive gem that he purchased to pay off his debts. A lot of people on the internet were saying that Adam was totally gypped from winning the Oscar for his performance in this movie. We're so used to seeing him in a comedy movie, people were wildly impressed seeing him take on this completely different character than what he usually does. If you aren't going to give him an Oscar, at least get his movie on Netflix. Am I right? I'm actually excited for this one. Very excited. Alright guys, those are the movies coming to Netflix this month. Let me know what you're thinking down in those comments. Which movie are you most excited for? Let me know. Also give the list a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. But for now, I'm going to check out some comments from TV shows that actually saved someone's life. Chris Petrell says, Jumpsuit Joss, you look adorable in relaxed wear. You're so adorable. It's literally half the reason I watch these videos. Well, I'm really glad that I look good in relaxed wear because in quarantine, 90% of the time, that is what I'm wearing. Not today, but usually. Hannah Von Damon says, I always knew SpongeBob was amazing. I liked this list because it was different, not just celebrity news or whatever. Great job. We appreciate that. Yeah, we are trying to add some more stuff to the channel, you know? So thanks for your feedback. Tay Simmons says, you guys are mad dope. Thanks for keeping me entertained. Well, you're welcome, and I think you are mad dope. I don't know why, but being called mad dope just makes me feel young again. Cheyenne M says, her hair in quarantine is better than mine is ever. Listen, some days I put effort into my hair for quarantine, and some days I don't. I promise, I don't always look like that. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Also ring the notification bell so you guys get notified when our next video is posted. You can also keep up with us outside of YouTube. Our social media links are down below. I've been your host, Joss. I will see you in the next one.